Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video over on the channel by the name of LeaIsChill. Today, I wanted to go ahead and talk about a couple of new updates, as well as some news regarding some co-op games that have currently come out. I know yesterday we did another update video around like the Play Store, but today is more centric around current news and what's going on. Now, we're just going to go through the news in the order that I currently want to talk about them. Honestly, there's quite a bit to get through, so we'll just chat about it as we go. So, as you can see here, the Bleach Soul Resonance post that I talked about, I want to say it was at least 2 months ago at this point, has just went radio silent. Now, I was inside the beta test for Project Blade / Bleach Soul Resonance, and honestly, I was really impressed by how the gameplay works, how responsive the game was. I was less excited about the monetization, because unfortunately it's going to be a banner system where you're pulling for cards, and so it's going to be very similar to, it's basically if the light cones inside Honkai Star Rail worked the same as relics do inside Genshin and Honkai. So it's kind of a mix of two different systems put into one, but unfortunately you do get these relics off of the banners, and so it's going to be a lot harder to top up, considering you're going to need to pull for both the light cone itself and the character itself. But I was really impressed by the gameplay. I've had hands-on for a good amount of time now. Unfortunately, I do have an NDA, so I can't put footage in the video or anything like that, but know that I've had pretty much a good 2 weeks of hands-on, and I was honestly really impressed. The countering and block system is really interesting. It's something I haven't seen inside a lot of other games as well. And so I am really excited to see as they continue to post more news around Bleach Soul Resonance. The day that it drops, I will be playing it no matter what. And apparently they're also going to have a PC client. And so if that is the case, hopefully it comes to Steam. That would be number one for me. Number two, I am definitely going to have that installed and put a shit ton of time into it. So let me know if you guys are excited about Bleach Soul Resonance. It seems like it's going to be really impressive, and 2024 is coming up soon. But next on up, I actually have a mix of two different stories I wanted to talk about. So this right here, Sword Art Online Variant Showdown, will temporarily shut down and return in summer 2024. Now, this had previously happened with a different Bandai game, this one being another Bandai Namco game, in One Piece Bounty Rush. When it first released, it was a bare bones, kind of shitty game that didn't have a lot to it and was entirely PvP oriented. Honestly, it was pretty trash. And so they shut down the game for pretty much 1 full year and came back extremely strong with a lot more releases, and now they've been able to make it to 4.5 years in terms of anniversaries. So One Piece Bounty Rush definitely got better after the renewal. They're trying to do the same for Sword Art Online Variant Showdown. Basically, the way this game plays, it's a third-person camera style where you are fighting bosses in the main stage. And you basically have 2 skills, 2 swaps, normal attack, and a dodge. And obviously you can perfect dodge, you can do the swap skills like a lot of what Sword Art Online is based on. It was honestly pretty impressive for a on-release game. The only trouble was that there wasn't a lot of intrigue in terms of the events. The difficulty was very weird, and a lot of the characters were insanely broken to the point where they would have a lot of trouble power creeping this game unless they were to release units that were doing full screen nukes. And that is not really viable inside a game like this. So I'm really curious about the extended maintenance that they're doing for the next year. You will keep your actual data. So anything you've pulled so far, anything you've done so far will all just stay on the account. But yeah, you can see all premium currencies are suspended on August 31st. And then it's going to be on extended maintenance for 1 full goddamn year. That's so crazy to me. Yeah, and this is just a full announcement of the amount of time. It says The maintenance period is from 9/28/2023 to December 2024. 9/28. Oh, so they're going to suspend sales as of August 31st, and then it'll be up for another month until it goes down for that amount of time. Interesting. I guess that's kind of what they have to do legally. Ooh, D-Free actually commented on this. Yeah, I do hope that they renew this game and make it something substantial and incredible. So in lieu of this variant showdown shutting down as of this week, we had a new release on Steam, and this game releasing on Steam is actually a really good sign for the future of gacha games as well. So they being Bandai Namco, released Sword Art Online Integral Factor on PC as of, I guess, 4 days ago, according to this, but I want to say that it wasn't even up yesterday, so I am really confused about that. Regardless, this is a game that is pretty much a make your own OC and play through Sword Art Online from the beginning style MMO RPG, originally made for mobile and brought over to PC as of today. And honestly, I'm really happy they ended up bringing this over. I would be really interested in trying to create some content on this game. Previously, I had created one video, but unfortunately that was during the beta test, and I had a lot of trouble recording my phone after that point. And so now I have a phone that I can actually record that is so much easier. And of course, it doesn't even matter because now they released it on PC as well. They also released the Danmachi game on a PC client, which plays similar to Bleach Brave Souls does. I still feel as if I'm more interested in seeing what this game has to offer. Obviously, these graphics look absolutely incredible, so I want to see what they've done with this. Likely, you're going to end up seeing a video sometime in the next couple of days on Sword Art Online Integral Factor, so we can talk about it, because I want to see what these PC controls are all like as well. But honestly, it's come out with a very mixed reception, but I think that a lot of it is because it's poorly optimized. Graphics is worse on PC, UI is full screen, too big. Just play an, yeah. I'm gonna try it out. But regardless, that is exactly what I wanted to say there. Sword Art Online seems like it's inside a little bit of a nice little resonance. Renaissance. And so with these two games kind of going in their different directions, I'd hope to see that that franchise thrives in the future. And maybe if we actually get the Sword Art Online MMO on Steam, we'll be able to get a real Sword Art Online MMO at some point officially in some capacity. But obviously that is a pipe dream. So that's how it goes. Next on up, I just wanted to discuss another topic. This one's very different from what we've discussed so far, but this is my ideal. So Megaman X Dive has been a game that's been out. Does it actually say here? No, it does not say officially, unfortunately, when the release date was, but they released this game a couple of years ago, and personally, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the sort of person who would be interested in a Mega Man game. I think that the classics and Mega Man X, the reason that they are so incredible is because they're so tailor-made, where it feels like everything's controlled. Unfortunately, this game is more akin to a roguelike, or like has a little bit of more randomized mechanics, and so I found it to be a lot less fun. But the concept they're operating under is what I care about the most. So Mega Man X Dive was originally a free-to-play PC game as well as a mobile game that is now being re-released now that all of its content is officially out as it was supposed to be a $30 package. It's fucking $40 inside Canada because we're awful. But they're repackaging what was an online live service game into something more substantial in the form of an actual retail completed game. And I think that this is what people in the community and developers in the community should be working towards to develop their games toward becoming. Because I believe that there's a point in which Genshin Impact stops having more story updates. Honkai Impact 3rd had its final chapter, like chapter 33 or something like that, and its story wrapped, so it moved on to another story. In that case, you could put out Honkai Impact 3rd in its current form with all of those chapters in like a $15 package that would have far less monetization, far more friendly, and has like progression benchmarks in which you could turn it into a full-scale retail game. I think that they should be operating under the assumption that when the game closes down, on closure of the game, they release a offline version like Megaman X Dive is doing, so that lost media doesn't become as prevalent as it currently is. I think that it is a really, really bad habit to just throw all of these pieces of content in the trash completely. Obviously, these 100 playable characters that were all gachas over the last couple of years, 900 stages of original stories, these are all things written by developers as well. These things shouldn't be lost to time, but they are because live service is how it is. So I think they're doing a really good job releasing Mega Man X Dive offline. Unfortunately, I could not care less about spending $40 on a roguelike weird Mega Man mobile game that's been repackaged. But someone might, because they've played this game every single goddamn day since it released, and they're being left behind, right? And so they'll always be able to return to this and experience it again, which I think is the value that is worth it. Definitely very, very positive. And I hope that future games release offline versions like this and can understand why that's so significant as well. Otherwise, I want to chat about this. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis releases on September 7th. We're definitely going to do a video on this one. I don't even need to tell you guys too much about it. I'm actually surprised how good the in-game models look. I guess they used the like remastered versions of the PS1 sprites for the cutscenes, but they have more of a battle system that looks like Final Fantasy VII Remake. Kind of cute. Oh, and Gil, there he is. I'm personally a really big fan of Final Fantasy VII. I grew up with like Advent Children. Played it when I was a kid, but I didn't end up actually finishing it until like years and years later, which made Advent Children really confusing. But I would really, 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 really like to play this game. And so let me know if you guys are interested in either story or just like progression-based content instead. I'm really not sure what this game is going to specialize in. So maybe we'll do it more so in like a stream style and then just highlight it for this channel. I think that'd be kind of fun. But yeah, Ever Crisis coming out. One of the biggest releases so far and definitely substantial. Unfortunately, they released like a Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale and it flopped and died. I think it was called First Soldier within the first like year. So that's embarrassing. This one seems like it's going to be more of like an RPG. That's cool. Next on up, new Digimon Game over here. It looks like it's going to be a little bit more substantial. It has 3 abilities instead of having just 2, which a lot of other ones do. It basically looks like how Eversoul does, but it's a lot more graphically interesting. On top of that, you can see there's like a weakness system, really cool models and everything like that. I was really impressed by how this game looks itself. So I'd be really curious to do some sort of content on this as it comes out. Ooh, interesting. You can also make it so that individual Digimon can go to different places. So I think that's Burning Greymon or something like that versus War Greymon. So you can choose like the evolution tree. That's something you could not do inside a lot of old Digimon games like Re-Arise and Lynx. So I'm kind of down for it. Looks pretty rad. Unfortunately, I'm skeptical about how long it would end up existing, but you can currently pre-register for it on the official website, and the game will release on both iOS and Android. This one looks impressive, and I really want to do a video on this when it comes out as well. But honestly, that's pretty much all the news I had for today. Obviously, just wanted to let you guys know about some new things coming out, some new like updates around the communities that I'm currently in, and I wanted to kind of chat about like the industry as well, because obviously like the offline versions versus online versions, live service, all of that. Let me know how you guys feel about all of this. Definitely, I personally put probably a good week and a half into Sword Art Online Variant Showdown, so I'm really interested to see how they renew it. Let me know if you guys have tried it out as well. For now, thank you for watching, take it easy, hit that like button, and bye for now.